you might notice that there are different cards in this deck. Sometimes I like to mix it up and pick my favorite cards out from each of the decks I have to create a very personalized deck for you. I pick out which cards really resonate the most with me and make sure there's still one of every type of card. So that's what we're doing today. Let's see what the cards have in store. Let's see here. What do the cards have in store today? I'm actually not going to ask for a theme or an idea before I pull the cards. I really want to see what the cards want me to tell you about today. So we'll get these nice and shuffled up here. I'm going to actually do it in 2 chunks. Sometimes easier to shuffle when there's less in my hands. And then, of course, we'll combine the decks at the end. First, we'll want to do a bit of cleansing on the deck. All right, we have the Tower. Something is going to come your way that is going to change your whole world. You see in this card, the house is right on the edge of a cliff. The people inside might not even be aware of what's going on. But soon, very quickly, as soon as the water comes and drags away more dirt and drags away more earth from under the house will inevitably come crashing down. You can even see the tree on the left. There's not much earth below it before it all starts to crumble. The 9 of Pentacles. However, you will still feel a sense of stability in your more earthly grounding areas of your life, whether that is school or home or career or your work or even your health. You will feel all right. You will feel stable and grounded during this time of upheaval. Eight of Pentacles, again, similar to this card, I am seeing that you will feel that you need to nurture that part of your life in order to sort of get through whatever big, unfortunate situation you are going through. More Pentacles. Again, 7 of Pentacles. I'm hearing that you are literally sowing the seeds of something to do with school, work, home, health. You are, through this tumultuous time, you are doing what you can to feel very grounded and at peace with your situation. You are doing all that you can so that in the future you will be able to reap the rewards. Again, Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. You will master whatever plan you have here. Maybe at school maybe you're going to just go back to school. You're going to realize that life is a bit in an upheaval right now, and you need to change something about your life. You are going to go back to school. Maybe that's just getting a whole degree or just taking a class, but you are going to master that, and it will do well for your life. If you are thinking about this in terms of your career, maybe you're going to get a new job. Maybe you are going to, after this big thing happens, maybe you're going to lose your job, or maybe you will just feel like it's time for you to move on. So you're going to take a minute, take stock of your life and your career, and then move on to sort of nurturing the plan you have. Maybe you'll start looking for new jobs. Maybe you will get some interviews, and eventually you will find either a new job that you want, or maybe you will find out that the job that you had is actually the one you want to stay at. Maybe this is about your health as well. Maybe you're going to maybe you have a health scare and you're going to have to sit back and kind of take stock of your life and realize that you need to change your life so that you can be healthier. You will start to sow the seeds of what you need to make your body healthier. Maybe you will start exercising. Maybe you'll start a new medication. Maybe you will just, doing something simple like finally going to the dentist, and it will bring you great health. Maybe this spread means more of a home situation. Maybe this has more to do with your home life. Maybe something will happen. Unfortunately, maybe you will go through a breakup or a big fight in your relationship. You will have to take stock of your relationship and then start to fix it. Maybe you will do something practical like go to couples therapy and sort of sow the seeds of a new relationship so that you can move forward and not have to split up. Maybe you're actually going through a breakup and you will start to sow the seeds of what you want in a new relationship. You'll work on yourself a little bit so that you are ready for your next relationship. After you've sort of mastered um, whatever plan or idea you have after the big thing, the next card is telling me that there will be some strife afterwards. You'll get yourself to this new place of peace and acceptance in the more grounding aspects of your life, but then you might actually get some sort of pushback from either this area or a different area of your life. You will feel like you need to fight for what you have gotten now. It's a bit of trauma from whatever happened up here. I'm also sensing, not to get too political in the US, but as I'm sure many of you know, we have just gone through an election that unfortunately will lead to some unfortunate consequences for most people in this country. It has all fallen, and it's going to force all of us to really sit back and look at our lives and what can we do on the home front to make sure that we're safe, make sure that we're okay. Sort of tend to the young plants of your life. Make sure that your new idea and your new plan will take root so that you can feel comfortable and safe and confident in your new home. I know that some people are feeling, a lot of women are feeling like they might need to take care of themselves in terms of maybe a more permanent birth control in case birth control gets banned in this country. Some people are talking about even moving to a different country or a different state where things are more safe for them, and it will be very good for them personally. Once you've got that sort of safety net for yourself in the coming months or years, that's where the hard stuff will come in. We will all, unfortunately, be in a bit of a fight, a bit of a struggle with whether or not this is you against the government, or you against your neighbor, you against your family, friends, whatever the case may be. Even maybe something more vague like you against society. Another card, I'm going to move this up here, another card that tells me that we will be tending to something small and new and a little bit weak. Similar to the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, this new idea journey that you're going to be on needs to be carefully watched. You might need to go back to this sense of something bad happening. The Tower and the Five of Wands are very similar in energy to me. You're going through something big and something negative, and afterwards you are going to have to nurture yourself and make sure that you're going to be okay. You're going to see how she is nurturing this small fire, making sure that the flame stays lit and alive, and that brings her, these flowers to me represent good things, new things, beauty, things that will come after the struggle. Speaking of struggles, the Seven of Wands. This tells me that you will have some obstacles. You see how this person has to sort of jump to these sticks in order to get to the other side. But I do see that he's not falling off. He just is going through some strife to get to where he needs to be next. It's just going to be a little harder than we would maybe want it to be. The Three of Swords, again, not so great. You will feel some heartbreak. This spread is telling me it's not going to be easy in the coming years. But I'm not seeing an entire sense of doom. It's just going to be hard. You are going to be hurt emotionally. That could be simply, feeling the pain of what the government at least says they're going to do to us. Or maybe you will be hurt more interpersonally. I know some women, I've heard, they're maybe finding out that their husbands voted in a way that does not benefit them, you could say. And it will be a literal stab to the heart. Or maybe you will find out that a friend of yours doesn't have the same morals and values as you. And that will hurt. This also tells me that, you've gone on this on and off good and bad journey since the first card. Something bad happens, and then you work on yourself, and then something else bad happens, and then you work on yourself, and then something bad happens. It's going to be very up and down. And then finally, the Six of Cups. This tells me that you will eventually feel a sense of peace and emotional understanding, and you will feel okay with what has happened to you. This spread could literally just represent how we've all maybe been feeling for the last week or so. And maybe come December, we will all feel more accepting of what our future holds. Or maybe this spread represents a more broad view of what the next 4 years might bring to us. But we'll be okay at the end.